This is Plan Voodoo. I'm your host, Derek. Joining me as always, Alex.
Hi.
And we would be remiss if we didn't mention that this first minute of this podcast is dedicated.
Here we go.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. What the hell was that?
Honestly, grown man strength is what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. That was, I don't know. What did you think of this challenge? Like, we'll get it, because we're going to do the power rankings mostly, but, I mean, we should talk about the challenge, I feel like.
It gave off the vibes. I mean, we have it on another episode of our player spotlight of Alec Merlino. A little bit of Christian and Alec.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was obviously the tie to it, because what would you be like during that? Like, would you be more like Cody or Gabler, where you want to talk or would you want to focus?
I'd probably focus.
Yeah, I'm more of a talk, I think. Be like, hey, I'd start asking, like, quizzing Jeff on Survivor. Say, hey, who won season 12? He wouldn't know. He wouldn't know who won season 12.
If you said the season name, maybe he would.
Yeah, he would know them, but season 12. Panama, I still don't think he knows. He doesn't even like that winner. So, yeah, I would probably be more of a talky talk.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, the challenge.
Different pairs.
Yeah, I was curious because when I saw the pairs, I was like, "Ooh, what if two people have immunity?"
Mm-hmm.
You know,
they've done that.
They have, but it would be like kind of a team effort kind of thing. Like, oh, 2 people win immunity. That would be kind of like cool. But they didn't. They did a lame version, I guess, or the generic. And then we get that nice little Noelle and Janine thing when they got stuck in the net.
That net was gnarly.
It was kind of scary looking. Yeah. I wouldn't want to be in there with all the mud.
Like, the first few people that went through, like, the first group didn't get as dirty. The second group just covered in mud.
Cassie went through that thing, dude.
Yeah.
Boom, right through. And then Jesse had a tough time with it.
Yeah, I mean, initially looking at it, I'm like, all right, Cassidy and Carla, and then Jesse and Janine will be the first groups out. But
no.
To my surprise, like you said, Cassidy just whipped through it.
I wonder if it was like, because the first person that goes through do you think it would be easier for them, or do you think it's harder? Because it looked more tangled up after the first person went through.
It's probably more tangled up.
So yeah, maybe you should have let the less athletic person through it first. And then we get that kind of like sweet but annoying moment at the same time where everyone's like, oh, you did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
You know who ruined that?
No.
Jeff Probst. It's okay to have that. You want to have that in and everyone will be like, oh, everyone's friends here. Just don't have Grandpa Jeff talk.
You know what I didn't like?
What?
The cut to commercial after the first part of the challenge.
No, I mean, yeah. I was cooking at the same time, so it gave me some time to get up and keep cooking. But yeah, I can understand why people didn't like that. Maybe when I rewatch it, I'll be like, why are we cutting? But it's the way it is. So let's get into it.
Well, yeah, just one other thing I want to note. The challenge, the ending part with holding the bucket up. The only other time, I'm sure they've done it more, but it just reminded me of season 25 with like Jeff Kent.
Was that in there? Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they had that challenge.
I know Rodney and Mike Holloway in season 30 had that. Yeah. I just remember Rodney on it.
Yeah.
They always do kind of challenges like that where you got to hold
your
I remember,
some part of your body weight.
Season 12, they did that with Terry Dietz. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other times. I'm sure they've done it before. They reuse challenges all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But the one I'm mostly remembering is the Worlds Apart one.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
We're gonna get back into it. So
Jeff Kent, what the hell? Okay.
No, it was like that. I think that might have been the previous record that he stated. Like,
I thought it was Mike. I don't know. Maybe not.
Because I remember them going for quite some time.
I didn't think Jeff won an immunity challenge.
I don't know if he won that challenge, but it was like a pivotal vote.
Did Penner win?
Penner might have gone that episode.
No, Penner beats Kevin. Penner goes after.
Oh, you're right. That's neither here nor there. Let's get to it. So like we did last episode, we're going to be doing a rankings of the contestants, the castaways, moving forward. We're going to rearrange them as well. So you might see new number 1.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we'll see.
We're going to start from the back. Number 11.
Is it 11 at this? Yeah, or is it 10?
11.
No, 11. Okay.
So I guess we're jumping the gun a bit, but Dwight was voted out, and he's not part of the jury.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm wondering. Yeah, so we talked about this a little bit. Is it 8-person jury, or is it a very fun 9-person jury?
I'm a big fan of Final Twos.
I am too, and I wonder if it's gonna be a 9-person jury, and I'd be very excited for that. I'd also be excited if they don't do the little like forum kind of jury. I'd like to see the old-fashioned you get up and yell at someone kind of jury.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, there's too much grandstanding to be like, you should vote for this person. That's why they got rid of it. But I would like that one. I'd like it come back. So, yeah, Dwight to make the jury. Also, 9 and 10 got out from the previous rankings.
Mm-hmm.
That makes Ellie and Dwight. So I think we ranked them pretty fair.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, we're not ranking who we think is going to go next, but
more
typically,
positionally.
So, people near the bottom more than likely will be going next.
Yeah. So let's get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Who is at 11?
I think it has to be Gabler.
It is the Alligabler. He's still unhinged.
And he's had a great 2 episodes.
Great.
He got the person out he wanted.
Yeah.
And then he won immunity. He's done a lot more than a lot of them have.
Yeah, but his threat level is through the roof now.
Threat level midnight?
Sure.
It's an Office joke.
Okay, sure. I don't watch The Office, but his threat level is through the fucking roof now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's unhinged for 1. He throws people under the bus for 2, and now he's a challenge beast for 3. So, I mean, but this is the thing. I don't think anyone's going to be gunning after Gabler.
No.
Because you've lived with Gabler for this long. Might as well just take him to the end.
Unless he gets too erratic.
Whoa. Yeah, you just have to... Because too erratic, I would feel like that's okay if you're... I don't know, maybe. Actually, no, because like Sammy could really fuck up your game. But if it's like Cody, would Cody care if Gabler's erratic? You know?
It depends. It depends if Gabler's targeting him.
Yeah, maybe, but would Gabler garner the support to get Cody out or rally the troops? Like, we need to get Cody out. No one's following Game 1 into battle.
Throwing out a name is probably more effective than you think it is.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, we could get into that because James has been on the chopping block for the last 2 weeks. And I think just because his name's been out. Like, that was a good point you brought up, that you never want your name thrown out because then it's just an automatic, like, hey, we got a backup plan.
Mm-hmm.
Like Karishma, almost.
Yeah.
Or Angelina.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I think Ryan also got votes last week, which I guess we can skip into it. Ryan, do you want to rank him number 10?
Sure. I don't think Ryan's is as bad a spot as people are gonna. I don't think he's 10. I don't think he's going next.
No.
I could see him going farther unless he gets all like if he wins the next 2 immunities, next time he loses, he'll get voted off. If that makes sense. I don't see him winning the game, but I could see him going a couple more episodes. Like I don't see Ryan leaving the screen anytime soon.
No. I'm with you.
Yeah. So this is where we're going to start getting, I think you're going to get a little angry at me. At who's number 9 for me.
I mean, based on last week, number 9, if we're just sliding them down, it would be James.
Yeah, James, yeah. I put James at number 9. I think James might go next.
Yeah.
I think James is going to go next. I think, because, well, let's talk a little bit about what James did this week.
Okay. Yeah, let's get into it. So James... pretty much, he was at the water well.
Yes.
With a group of people.
With the boys.
Dwight, Sammy, and Owen.
Yep.
We're all at the water well, and they open it, and there's plain as day, and a clue for an advantage, some type of advantage.
And the problem with that is I don't think any of them are his true allies.
No.
I think...
none of them.
I think Sammy might be an acquaintance.
Yeah.
But Owen's voted against him the last 2 times. I think he might have even voted at him.
He did.
And Dwight... is not, they vote against each other, so I think that was bad. That was really, I mean, it would be different if he was with Carla or Cassidy, but yeah, he found that around the wrong people.
Mm-hmm. Opens it up, says, I'm not going to touch it until after tribal, and then immediately changes his mind. He's like, I need to take it while it's here.
I don't think he changed his mind. I think he always was planning on doing it. He just told them, like, he lied. But Derek, I know you want to rant a little bit. So what was the advantage that he found?
James found The knowledge is power.
Geo's.
Geo's knowledge of power. Now Survivor. I know.
That should have went to Ryan.
We're 0 for 3 at this point with the knowledge of power. It's been played twice, and the third time it wasn't even played by Geo.
No.
I do not want this power in the game. Please stop trying to force this power into the game.
It's not even a power. It's a detriment, dude. People voted against him because he had it. So
what happens every time someone gets the knowledge of power? They tell people they have the knowledge of power, making the power null and void.
Yeah. That's why I think he's going to go next. I think he's going to play it incorrectly next episode too. Because, I mean, how long can you hold on to the knowledge of power, to be honest?
I don't know. I think he might pass it off.
To?
Carla.
Why?
So that... Because people won't tell him the advantages that they have, but they might tell Carla.
Maybe. Then Carla is just fucking stacked at that point. Everyone trusts Carla with everything they do.
Yeah.
People take a shit on the island, they tell Carla, dude. So, I don't... Yeah, I don't think James is a good spot. I think he's going to go next. I'm calling right here. James is going to go next. You're going to lose your second round pick or whatever.
I do have one question. I mean, this, I guess, more so has to do with Carla a bit. What does it say that James told Carla about his advantage, but she hasn't told him about her idol? That she's
playing better than him.
But what does that say, I guess, when it's found out that she has an idol?
This is the thing is, do you think it's going to be found out before it's played?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think she's Kelly Wentworthing this thing.
The people on Blue don't really seem to be the types to, like, I think Ryan probably already forgot about that he gave a beat up.
Yep, I bet, definitely.
At this point.
I don't think Cassie would mind, to be honest. I think the only person that would get hurt by that is James. And that won't matter in 2 episodes because he's going to be gone. So, yeah, I don't, there's no reason for Carla to tell anyone about her idol, I think.
That's fair.
And like you said,
until right up before.
And or James, everyone knows he has an advantage. People are gunning for him. I mean, Noelle is going to be in a dangerous spot. People are going to start gunning for her. Cody, only Jesse knows about Cody's idol, and no one's targeting Cody really. You keep your idols under lock.
Janine does.
Huh?
Janine knows about his idol as well.
Does she?
Because that was...
Oh, yeah, she does. My bad.
Noelle spilled the beans. I think we have to rank Noelle next here. She got blindsided by her own people. Yeah. Cody and Jesse.
Yeah.
And she lost one of her, if not her biggest ally, in Dwight.
Yeah, it was her biggest ally. So, So, do you see her kind of like as a Janine kind of character at this point, where she's lost 2 allies at this point? Her 2 biggest allies are gone. So, but does this free her up a little bit more, or no?
Can she trust Jesse and Cody moving forward?
No. But remember, we just watched the previously on next episode. She probably trusts Sammy. She probably trust Janine. Probably trust Owen.
I think Gabler's there.
And, well, you can't trust Gabler. I think Gabler's unhinged. But there's potential to rally the kind of minority, like the free folk, as it be, the people that are the free agents, kind of rally them together. I do think she's in a bad spot.
She currently does not have her still a vote. Owen holds it, but we're presuming that Owen will give that back early on next episode.
I mean, if I'm Owen, I'm not going to want to hold on to that because James could just take it then. You know?
Speaking to what you said about... That's true. But speaking to what you said about Sammy rallying the troops a bit with Noelle, do you think that he knows about her steal a vote? And he's like, this is the time if we have that and use that to our advantage.
So it's the final 11, right? Well, no. Well, maybe.
Because that'd be 5v6.
Yeah, you could.
And you can make it 6v5.
Yeah, you could. Maybe. But then this is the thing. Then you just tie it up at a 5-5 vote, right? So, I mean, and that's a tough situation to be in, 5-5. And we've seen it before with Millennials versus Gen X. 5-5-0 went to rocks.
I love that.
I would like it too, but like as a player, that's a little nerve wracking. So I don't know. Maybe though. I'd like to see Sammy make a big move and start winning this game, like he's destined to. But I don't know. But I don't see Noelle winning the game at this point.
No.
And if she does, it would have to be a massive turnaround. So I would consider there's one more person I would put in as the bottom players at this point. No chance of winning.
Surprised we actually haven't even ranked her yet, but Janine.
No, I still think Janine has a chance to win. Janine is crawling back, in my opinion. I think Janine is in a better spot than anyone else probably thinks she is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put someone else below her. Starts with an O. Owen. Owen sucks.
Yeah.
I think Owen is dead in the water, man. I don't think he's had a good thing happen to him the whole game. I think he's played terribly. I think he's been on the wrong side of the votes almost every single time he's had a chance to vote. So I think Owen is... And they're not building a storyline to Owen winning either.
No.
I could see Owen going in the next 2 tribal councils, to be honest.
I can't see that. He's not a threat.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not someone you want to bring along either, I guess. I think if... Maybe you would take him to the final 2 or final 3, but...
Well, like we just described, I think we're at least seeing 2 different
factions at this point
that are going at it. And on his side of the group, Noelle's a bit going to be targeted first before he is.
I can see them both being targeted first. So this is the thing. It's like, so when you look at that, so let's just say it. It's gonna be Coco, the majority Coco, and the 2 Vessies, which is
Cody and Jesse.
Okay, and Sam is kind of floating in the middle. I think you could go either way. So and then you got the minority.
The 3 Bacas and Noelle.
Yeah. So there's a reason to get rid of any one of those 4, except for Janine. Gabler, like you said, he's erratic. He's unhinged. You might want to get that out of the game, or you might want to take it to the end. Noelle, you don't want to take Noelle to the end. She'll probably beat you, or at least she'll have a leg up. No pun intended. And then Owen. The thing with Owen that would scare me is Owen's a big fan of the game. I think he gets some big move-itis coming up and be like, let's make a big move here. Let's try to go to rocks. I could see Owen just being fucking doing some crazy shit, and I wouldn't want that in the game for too long. So I could see him going, not next vote, but vote after that.
It's fair.
What do you think?
I don't know. It's really hard for me to project other than just outside of one vote moving forward because everything's pretty fluid. Like if we didn't have that small preview of Sammy possibly working with the minority group, who knows? Like I would just assume that he'd be working with the majority.
Yeah, it would look like Noelle's going next if we didn't have like a preview in the next episode.
Which is what I think.
You still think Noelle's going to go next? I mean, not a bad guess, to be honest. I could see Noelle going. It's just something about James where it's like he's been voted for every single time. And Noelle was protected this episode, weirdly. I don't think Cody is willing to get rid of Noelle yet. If that makes sense. I think Cody still wants to kind of work with Noelle in a way. And I think Cassie's willing to work with Noelle. Oh, and Cassie looked like she was about to join on with that crew. Like
Cassie's not going to work with.
I don't know. Sam looks like
Noelle voted for her 1 vote ago.
Well, no, but Sammy was talking to Cassie, and it looks like Cassie was down. I mean, Sam was like throwing a cool house party right now.
They're good in the young people because you have like the people in their 30s. James, Carla's not. She's in her late 20s.
Yeah, but she's more mature and everything.
She's more mature. Jesse, Cody, they're all in their like
James
mature age.
So he's trying to like get the young kids together, the TikTok group, influencers, and be like, hey, let's.
Janine's young, Noelle's young,
and then Gabler's just along for the ride, pretty much.
Yeah. Which is why I could see Owen. Like ideally, I could see Owen working with Carla and Jesse, but it's just not happening.
No, I don't think anyone really wants to work with Owen. I think Owen has the big move-itis, and I think I think what Ellie took away from Owen at the start of the game about how he's kind of like sporadic and stuff, I think that's still going on, and I think we're just not pointing out as much.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's people just aren't willing to work with Owen as much.
That's fair.
So
I'm fine ranking him here.
Yeah. So what are we at? So
that was 7.
That was 7. So let's put. I think Noelle.
So just to recap, 11, Gabler, 10, Ryan, 9, James, 8.
Owen. I think 8's Owen.
8 is Owen.
Yeah, and then I think 7 would be Noel.
Or no, 8 was Noel. Sorry.
Okay, sure. 8 was Noel.
Yes. And
Was it?
Yeah, I'd put Noel lower.
Did we talk about Noel?
We did.
Okay.
8 Noel, 7 Owen, and then that means 6
Janine.
Yeah, it's got to be Janine.
Yeah, I think Janine's right in the middle now. I think her losing her idol is the best thing that can happen.
Wait. She lost her idol?
She did. Yep.
How?
She gave it to Dwight, and Dwight got voted off.
Oh, man.
You know what? If she did it on purpose, that would be a big move. Like, that would be a big brain move there.
Yeah.
So the only reason you would target Janine at this point is if she had an idol.
Mm-hmm. And she
doesn't. Like,
but they don't know that.
She'll just next episode be like, God damn it, I gave Dwight my idol.
They won't believe it.
I don't know. I think rumors will spread around. Like, dude, I think people would. I think she's played.
It was honestly a little bit funny but sad at the same time watching her during tribal when the votes are being read.
And she puts her hand
there, like asking for Dwight to like put it in her hand. And
when I first saw it, I thought she was looking in his bag, like she was digging in his bag to get it. I was like, "Girl, relax." But this is the best thing that happened to her in the game. She lost Ellie and she lost her idol. That sounds bad, but it's not. No one is going to target Janine now.
You're right.
No one is going to target Janine, and she can just kind of float for a bit. Just float. And then at the end, she can start cutting people off. And her confessional count has gone up. So if you're paying attention to that, I think...
She apologized to everyone this episode.
Yeah, she did. And then she voted for people that she apologized to. But no, her confessional counts, she was kind of like an invisible character for a while there. She was just kind of like Ellie's sidekick for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But now she's kind of grown into a underdog player. So
yeah, I mean, speaking of voting for people that she like apologized to and wanted to work with, there's a moment at the very beginning of the episode, her talking to James. She's like, "Let me be a vote for you." Well, she ended up being a vote for him.
Yep. She voted for James. Poor bastard.
Yeah,
she'll probably vote for him next episode.
Actually, I don't know if she voted for James or Ryan, if I'm being honest. But
but yeah, I see Noelle going far. I don't know how far, but I you know.
I mean, we're on Janine right now.
Oh, what was talking to Noelle?
You said Noelle.
Oh, my bad. I was talking about Janine. I see Janine going far. I don't know how far. Maybe the finals, but I think if you go the finals, she might win. I don't think she's gonna win, but she might. I think one person in the top 5 does not have a chance.
And that's who's going to be number 5.
Yeah.
And that's Cassidy.
No. I think Cassidy still has a chance.
I'd put Cassidy here, though. Who would you put here?
It breaks my fucking heart. I put Sammy. It hurts so much.
Wasn't it like 2 episodes ago, like our merge rankings, you said, "Hey, Derek, I want you to clip it when Sammy or Cassidy win Survivor."
Yeah. Cassie, she's still in it. So I would put Sammy as 5. I think he's gonna get to the end. Okay, I think he's just not gonna get the votes. I see a Xander storyline in him. I want him to win. The edit is just not showing it, but who knows? Maybe
people like him. I mean, Ellie liked him.
She didn't when she voted, or he voted against her.
He was on the right side of the vote here.
Yeah, he's on the right side of the vote. I think he's playing the game correctly. I just don't think strategically he's in the game, if that makes sense. Socially, I don't think he can win.
I think to be strategically in the game, you have to be a likable character. So if people are pulling him in, it's because they want to work with him and they enjoy his company.
Sure. Like, I don't know if was Xander on the right side of the votes a lot of the time or no? No, he wasn't? Okay, so that's at least a benefit for it. Because Xander, no one liked Xander pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And
he just had a few big moves.
Yeah, looked like he had a big resume, but so at least if people like you, that helps you at the end. It's just
that's who they vote for more often than not, whoever they like.
Yeah, no, that's true. Well, yeah, it's a social game, so I don't know. Mm-hmm. Maybe if he gets the end, I just don't see it. I don't know. And his edit has gone down, but we always check in on Sammy. It seems
until this preview.
Yeah, no, I mean we're always checking in on Sammy every episode. He usually has a confessional or 2. And he's usually mentioned a lot or you'll see him talking strategy with people.
We saw none after the challenge.
He was talking to Carla about.
That was it.
Yeah, and then he also found the idol too with James. So
yeah,
but I mean that was more consequential.
Mm-hmm.
Or but Sam's still in a good spot. But yeah, I hope he wins, but I don't see it anymore. So you okay with?
I think there's a clear top 3. I mean, I've already said who I would have put at 5. I would have put Cassidy.
Okay, so would you put Sammy at 4 then?
You can put Sammy at 5.
No, but where are you gonna put Sammy at 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just say Sammy and Cassie are
tied for
5. Yeah, 5-4.
Mm-hmm.
I still think Cassie has a good shot. I mean, especially if she starts playing harder. I mean, so this is the thing. She had a confessional on James's birthday. That's huge, man.
Oh, man.
And I think she's someone that we're checking in on a lot, too. I mean, not this episode. I think she was fairly invisible. But she kicked ass in that challenge.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't have much to do with her game, but I still think she has a chance. Like, if she starts getting more gameplay, I think she's been riding it slowly. And I'm waiting to see an Erica moment from her.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it comes or not, who knows? But I still have high hopes. I know you don't.
I still don't see it. I mean, within Coco, it's just Carla at this point. And now you have James and Cody working with Coco.
Jesse
and Cody working with Coco, and then James is still there as well. I just don't see it. But like you said, she could maybe have an arc. She's just flying under the radar like Janine a bit now.
Well, Janine's not flying under the radar. Janine's just getting pummeled. So it's just it just she's not flying under the radar. She's just like getting
coasting.
Yeah, she's getting the crap beat out of her on the radar to where it's like she's never gonna win, but she still might. So
we have our top 3. Our top 3 did not change the past 2 weeks. It's the same people from week to week.
This is the thing. I want to know who you want to put as number 3. Because I want to put someone at number 3, and it's going to be kind of controversial.
Oh.
Who do you want to put at 3?
I mean, based on that, I'm just deducting who you're thinking about. So it's not Cody, because previously you had Cody lower.
Yeah.
So it's either Jesse or Carla. And then you're probably putting Carla at 3.
I'm going to put Carla at 3. I think Carla is playing good. I don't think she's going to win, though. I think she's playing too good.
Mm-hmm.
However, did she have a confessional this episode?
I don't recall.
This was a Jesse heavy vote.
Back to back. I mean, he did take the lost vote a bit.
Yeah, and no one's really pointing at him as being the one that's running this stuff, except us, like the viewers. So, but the thing with Carla, I don't know. Maybe I put my foot in my mouth.
Oh, fun fact too. If you guys didn't know, both Jesse and Carla went to UC Berkeley, University of California.
Do they know each other?
No.
Okay. So this is the thing. Is I think you mentioned before we got on the air that you thought, James was going to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
I knew James was not going to go because if James was going to go, Carla either would have had a confessional about James going, or they would have made her look stupid, as if she had no idea James was going.
That's true.
I think Carla is kind of. It seems like no one's going to get voted off unless Carla or Jesse wants them to be voted off in a way. I think Cody is kind of could win, but I don't see it. I see it really coming down to Cassie winning. I just think Cody and Carla, or Jesse and Carla, are going to be the obstacles that Cassie has to beat. Because I think Carla's going to get voted off like 6. I think Cody could go in the next 4 or 5 tribal councils, to be honest.
I mean, yeah. Anyone could go.
Well, yeah, but I could see him. I think he has a real shot of getting voted off sooner rather than later.
I agree with you, only because there's a few things said about Cody. Jesse specifically wanted Noelle this vote.
Sure.
However, he knew that Cody wanted Dwight out of the 2.
Yeah. Well, he gave Cody the power to make because I think Jesse didn't really care, and he said, I want him to have some agency in the game, kind of like, because a lot of times you see like these like really like kind of like stronger like kind of like Tony would have been like, no, I want Noella. He would have tried to rally other troops to get Noella, but Cody is more like, hey, you know what? I'm okay. I'm okay with Dwight going. Jesse, yeah. He's like, I'm okay with Dwight going. I just need Cody to be with me. So I think he was more like, as long as it's one of those two, I'm okay with it, kind of thing.
I'm also, I mean, we're skipping ahead a bit too. I'm nervous about Jesse. One thing, there's one, like this whole time I'm like, I feel good about Jesse and stuff like that, but there's just like one sentence where I'm like, oh, that like picked a nerve a bit. He said that Carla is like family to him. Now, previously, he stated that NECA was like a mother to him, and it was a very difficult vote. I could see a world where he has trouble voting out Carla, and then at that juncture that she pins it and turns it on him.
Maybe, yeah. No, that would be good foreshadow catching there. We'll see if that happens. Look, the Jesse Carla battle will have to come eventually. I mean, if you're Jesse, you're not bringing Carla to the end, and if you're Carla, you're not bringing Jesse to the end.
I don't think they see that yet, but
I think they're gonna.
They will.
They're gonna. I think that battle's. I think it's gonna be like that battle's
like 7 or 8.
Yeah, it's gonna have to come. I think sooner rather than later. I think like so Jesse. I think was he the one saying like you need to strike now, you need to make your move now.
Mm-hmm.
I think if Jesse's smart, he goes after Carla now. But maybe it might be too soon because if you go after Carla now, then
then it's just chaos. Then he's the target.
Then you're big man on campus.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends. Like how like you want if you're in a power spot, you want stability in the game, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to keep yourself. You want the people at the bottom fighting against each other in a way, but you don't want the other person that you're fighting against, like in this case, Carla, gaining too much power either.
Which is why I think stability is voting out Noelle next vote.
Man, but Noelle is a good vote to have, but I don't think she's going to want to work with Jesse and Cody because they've
burned the bridge
twice now, twice. So I mean, I think she's going to. Then it's like then Sam is creeping up here, you know. Sammy can organize some stuff, and Cassie's going to win the game. So it's kind of like what is Jesse and Carla like? What is their plan in a way? I
mean, I think Carla's plan is probably gonna. The thing is between the two of them, their plan is probably going to be taking out their sidekick first,
which is
James and Cody.
Do you think? So it seems like Jesse and Cody are closer than Carla and James, in my opinion, at least. Yeah. I think so. I think. Let me rephrase it. I think Jesse likes Cody more than Carla likes James.
Yeah.
So I think Carla would get rid of James quicker than Cody or Jesse would get rid of Cody. Because we see him talk like every episode. We see him strategize, and we don't see that as much with Carla and James. We just see James giving information to Carla and Carla taking it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very interested with how it's going. This is the other thing is like there seems to be like no clear winner. It could be like 4 people, 4 or 5.
You keep throwing Cassidy in there.
Cassie's in it. She might win, dude.
For what it's worth, the top 3 is probably very fluid though between Carla, Jesse, and Cody in any order.
And Cassie, and maybe even Sam if he rallies the troops. You know, we'll see.
There's a clear cut. All right, yeah, between those 5, sure. There's tiers.
And then I can see Janine still in it. I still see Janine in it. And fuck, if Gabler calms down, maybe him. If Gabler suddenly acts like a normal human and not unhinged Gabler, he could win. If he starts acting reasonable.
There's a chance.
Yeah.
So I'll give the recap, but just real quick, who do you have? You said Carla 3, so
I might go
Cody
back
2?
on that. I might go back. I might say Cody 3. I don't feel comfortable.
I feel okay, and then Carla 2, because I want to put Jesse 1.
Yeah, I'm cool with putting Jesse 1. I think Jesse's playing the best. I picked him too. Remember?
You did.
I also picked Carla. Well, and Cassidy.
She was one of your last picks, but yeah.
And Cassie and Sammy.
You picked them higher, yeah.
Yeah. Remember when you picked Cody? Yeah.
The same round you drafted Carla, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I picked her.
Yeah. But yeah, just to recap. So 11 Gabler, 10 Ryan, 9 James, 8 Noel, 7 Owen, 6 Janine, 5 Sammy, 4 Cassidy, 3 Cody, 2 Carla, and 1 Jesse. That is the order that we pretty much perceive Castaways moving forward.
Jesse's going to lose that fire, though.
We'll see. He might practice it, but well, I mean that digs into your conspiracy. Is it final 3 or final 2? So we'll see.
I don't think it's going to be final 2. I don't know. Who fucking knows anymore?
But yeah, that wraps up our recap episode of episode 7 for season 43 of Survivor. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at PlanVoodooPod. Drop us a follow on Spotify. Hit that subscribe, like button, and comment on our YouTube video. Who do you think will be the next boot?
Go Cassie and Sammy. Not on that. Not first boot, but not next boot.
Alex thinks the next boot will be James, and I, Derek, think that it will be Noel.
Yeah, I mean, either one.
This is Plan Voodoo. We're split vote. It's not safe.